Hey guys, what's up? So right now I am playing Heroes of the Storm. Um, I was really lucky yesterday morning to have seen in my email an email coming from Blizzard that I was invited to the technical alpha for this game. So when I got home from work, I straight away downloaded the game and played it for a bit. Um, so this game is a MOBA, so that's a multiplayer online battle arena, if I'm not mistaken. Although I don't think anyone uses that anymore, and just simply calls the genre uh, MOBA. And for this one, this is Blizzard's own version of it. Uh, if you are looking or asking for similar games, the most popular one right now is League of Legends. Last I hear, they had around 30 million players. And if that's accurate, that's pretty awesome. That's a lot of gamers for a particular game. Another one is, I think it's called Heroes of New Earth, although I don't have any idea of the number of players in that game. But I hear it's pretty popular. It gets compared or used as a point of reference for other MOBAs. The other one is Defense of the Ancients. Now that has two games already out. That's Defense of the Ancients 1, Dota 1, and Dota 2. Um, for MOBA games, I think it's important to mention that it became extremely popular with the release of Dota 1. Now, I don't know how MOBA games started out, but I definitely know that it was made popular by Dota 1. Um, that game, the engine for that game was actually it was actually using Blizzard's engine in Warcraft 3. So IceFrog, a pretty popular guy, actually decided to create the MOBA version of that game. And so that was really popular at its time. I remember playing it a lot in when I was younger, and enjoyed. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed that. So Valve, the creator of Half-Life, the series of games, they decided to create their own Defense of the Ancients, and that they just simply called it Dota 2. And if I am not mistaken, they got IceFrog on board for that one to help out in developing that game. So really not much differences in terms of the mechanics. But anyway, those are Dota 1, Dota 2, Heroes of New Earth, and of course League of Legends are the really popular MOBAs that are out right now. And now we're looking at Blizzard's take on the genre. So this what you're seeing right now is actually a tutorial of the game. I'm not sure how it will be for the live version of the game, but here in the technical alpha, I was taken straight away to the tutorial, and I am using Jim Raynor from the StarCraft series. I think in Dota 2 they also had a tutorial, if I remember correctly, and I think there you were using the Dragon Knight. So, well, as you can right now in this video, you're seeing Jim Raynor going head-to-head against Diablo. If you've seen the cinematic, which I will add an annotation for that in the video, they also went head-to-head on that trailer. But anyway, seeing these characters, Jim Raynor, Diablo, and earlier you saw Uther the Lightbringer from Warcraft, I think it's one of the things that made me curious about the game, is that you're seeing different characters from the different games that Blizzard has made over the years. That's the Diablo series, that's the StarCraft series, that's there's also World of Warcraft and the Warcraft real-time strategy games. So I think that's the initial charm that really drew me into it. So right off the bat, for me it was really interesting. So right now, you see my character taking on a tower, and I'm moving away mainly because I am running out of creeps, as they would be called in Dota. Here I think they call them minions, and I have to back up and wait until there's a lot more to sort of guard me. Anyway, I'm gonna let the video play for a bit, and then I'll add more inputs a bit later.
You can count on me.
You can dismount by pressing the mount button again.
something special for you. Right on.
Stay behind our minions and let them soak up damage.
Going hostile. Sounds like a plan.
Draws first blood.
Time to man up. Got something
Escape quickly. We will return when we have minions to guard us.
It's all good.
That's it. All that remains is the enemy's core.
Time to man up. Going hostile.
Enemy slain.
Well done.
Victory.
Hey, you got anything more to say, Fire Breath?
I will have my vengeance, James Raynor. This is not over.
Well, this ain't a fair fight.
You shall not stand alone.
Well, look what the Nexus dragged in. Fancy seeing you here, cowboy.
Nova. Now this place is starting to feel like home.
Don't get comfortable. You're in for a bumpy ride.
Only kind I ever liked. Come on, Red. Let's see what you got. I'm ready for round 2.
One. Let the battle.
Raynor, I could use your assistance in this lane.
You've seen the first half of the tutorial, and towards the end you could see that you eventually had to take down a main portion of the base, and that's pretty consistent with other MOBAs. You have to take down their ancient or whatever, just whatever is the most prominent structure on your opponent's base is the main thing that you have to take down. I think one other thing that you've noticed is that you can actually mount in this game. So you saw Raynor, Uther ride on a horse, and it's a pretty nice concept. I suppose that makes traveling so much faster, but it looks kind of funny though. I haven't seen Diablo what it's like if he were to mount a horse, or get on a horse. That would look funny. He's so big, and the horse looks really small. I'm not sure whether your mount will scale accordingly, but yeah, right now if it doesn't, I'm just thinking that would look really silly. One of the other things you've seen is the announcer messages, so like you get first blood, things like that. I've seen that in Defense of the Ancients, and just to, I guess, to set expectations, the only MOBAs I've ever really played was Dota 1 and 2, so I'll be using that as a point of reference most of the time. Yeah, so you see those announcer messages, and that's pretty consistent. You get your double kill, triple kill, quad kill as the game progresses. The concept of towers, you've seen that. You had to take them down. That's pretty common in other MOBAs. And what you're seeing right now is still a tutorial game. As I mentioned, if you can see in the lower right portion, you still have the concept of lanes. You have the top lane, the mid lane, and the bottom lane. So yeah, it's pretty it's consistent with other MOBAs. And right now, you were asked by Uther, the Lightbringer, to move over to a mercenary camp and attack them. Now, as I remember in Dota, if you attack a mercenary camp, you'd either be, I think one of the roles there is you'd either be a jungler or you were just what why you'd go to a mercenary camp is to gain some experience and get some gold. Now, here in Heroes of the Storm, the big difference for mercenary camps is that you beat them down so that they'll join you in the fight. So the concept here is that after you show them sort of like show them who's boss, um, they'll side with you and immediately move towards the nearest lane. So if the Merc camp was pretty much close to the mid lane, they would move to the mid lane and move towards the opponent's base. So they try to help you out. So that's the function. I think that's one of the main differences here, other than the mounting thing, is that Merc camps, once you beat them down, they join the nearest lane and fight off your opponents.
You've unlocked your heroic ability, an incredibly powerful skill that turns the tide of battle. Just be careful when you use it. Go back, lad. It's dangerous to attack a tower without our minions.
Double kill. Triple kill. Quad kill.
Go back, lad. It's dangerous to attack a tower without our minions.
Mayhem.
Whatever's clever.
Enemy team dominant.
Got something special for you. This should be good. Light 'em up, Matt. Fill 'em full of daylight.
Double kill. Untouchable. Enemy team dominant.
This should be good.
Victory.
Alright, so that was I think that was pretty much it for the tutorial.
Practice mode.
So now you're looking at the main menu of the game. Again, since this is a technical alpha, anything can actually change. So they can move stuff around, take stuff out that you don't need. And I sort of looked around the main menu, and one of the things I noticed is that, of course, they do have a cash shop. So you can buy different characters so that it's always available to you. You can buy skins for your characters. Some of them are actually pretty interesting. I noticed you actually have a siege tank as a character. I've seen that in other YouTube videos. Yeah, he does that siege mode thing where he just stays in place and shoots stuff. Yeah, but you can buy other characters here. And this is mainly because the game, I think it plays out like League of Legends, where they rotate the availability of heroes or characters to play on a weekly basis. Now again, this is technical alpha. I'm not sure whether they're going to change how things are going to be, or whether they choose Defense of the Ancients path or Dota's path, where all heroes are immediately available and just have a shop for skins and other stuff. But yeah, this is how it's going so far with Heroes of the Storm. You buy characters if you want them always in your roster all the time, or you go with the, I think, the weekly rotation of different heroes. Um, if you've also noticed, some of the other menu options are grayed out. So the watch and community tabs are grayed out right now. So I'm assuming watch is going to be like a spectate mode for you to be able to see other matches that are going on online. Community, I'm guessing that is something where you can basically just find people with similar interests, similar modes, similar difficulties, interest in the game, things like that. You have your standard options menu, graphics. You have here a list of I'm not sure how to call it, but a group of people looking for players to join in. So yeah, that was the main menu. Now we're moving on to an actual game. It's a practice game against AI bots. Um, and as you can see, as you saw earlier, it's called Blackheart's Bay. If I didn't miss it. So each map, the basic design is the same. So as you can see right now in the lower right portion, you're seeing the top lane, the mid lane, and the bottom lane. So that hasn't changed. But this one is called, this map is called Blackheart's Bay. Um, One other thing about this game is that, for example, this map, there is a ship in the middle of the map, and that ship is actually going to be very useful for either side. Um, there's a captain later on. You'll be seeing in the middle also. There's a captain. The announcer guy is actually who's voicing that. I think it's the same captain. Um, you can actually collect gold in this game, and pay the captain. Now, once you reach a certain threshold or a certain amount, he'll be happy and all that, and then eventually ask his ship to point in the direction of your enemy. So that ship in the middle, you'll see later on, will attack enemy structures, and it deals pretty significant damage. So, other than simply just fighting off heroes, taking down towers, and just pushing towards the main enemy structure, you also have things like this. And in this particular map, you can use that ship in the middle to and point it towards your enemy's base and have it destroy their structures. So far we're seeing a number of things that Heroes of the Storm has going for it, or what makes it different from the others. Like I said, mounting. You've also seen, now you're seeing this game map where there's a ship in the middle that you can use. And I think you've seen earlier in the second half of the tutorial is that you never really leveled up on your own, unlike Dota, and I guess it's also the same for other MOBAs. Here in Heroes of the Storm, you level up as a team. So for every time that you kill a mob, you take down a player, you gain experience, but not only for yourself, also for your team. So everyone levels up together. So it's not going to be like in Dota, where if you made a mess and or made a mistake, you'd level slower, or you couldn't get your last hits in, or you weren't around for a mob kill, you wouldn't get any experience for that. Here, for as long as other players are working and doing their thing and doing what they're supposed to do, you gain experience also. So it's very much a team effort game. I'm not saying that other MOBAs aren't team games, but the focus of this one, the attention, or at least the way they structured it, is very, very focused on a team effort thing. You don't have to worry as much about how you'll be spending your level points. You don't have to worry about going back to the shop, or or planning out whether should I stay in lane and visit the side shop, or go back to base, things like that. Yeah, so it's more of a team thing. Really, the focus is really on the team. And right now, you're probably seeing, you're seeing right now, the ship should be firing towards the enemy base. So again, as I mentioned earlier, that's the function of that ship in this particular map.
Well then, who's got the coin for me service?
Heavy metal. Already there.
Mayhem! That one's not getting up! There's no one left to stop you!
Getting a little dicey out here.
That had to hurt!
Hell yes.
Heroes fled! 2 in a row! Untouchable! That one's not getting up!
Well fought.
Get 2 in a row!
No encores. That one, huh? Gotcha. Heavy metal. Look out below. This tour's
A good kill there!
already there. Don't have to tell me twice. Anger is a gift.
I shall join
Let's
you
tear.
in battle.
Need mana for it. You're the real rock star. Turned up to 11. Getting a little dicey out here. Killer, man!
This practice game against AI bots will be done in a bit. But my impression so far, and I think you've seen it, it agrees with some of the earlier previews and forum posts, it's a pretty casual game. It doesn't have the last hit and deny mechanics of Dota. You don't have to worry. Well, at least abilities are given to you automatically as you level up, and you don't have to worry about things like side shops or which item you have to get or how you have to combine items. But don't get me wrong, it doesn't take away the fact that the game is still fun. It's really fun. Although I still have to play an actual online match, I'll find time to do that sometime soon. But yes, the game is very fun. The graphics is very smooth. It's very fluid, and I think it has a lot going for it. So far, even though it's a technical alpha, I haven't encountered any major bugs. So I'm hoping I don't encounter any more on an actual online match. But yeah, it's been pretty fun so far. And here's a summary of that game. So as you can see. Anyway, I had fun for the tutorial and that practice game. So, and for you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll follow it up with an actual practice game. An actual online game. Cheers!